with that, let's introduce ourselves.
Way. So I remember the first moment when I realized that I might have a little bit of power was somebody reached out to me and told me that I and a whole bunch of other LGBT YouTubers were the reason why somebody felt comfortable to come out of the closet. And I felt like, wow, if we didn't make videos, they still would have found somebody who maybe inspired them, but maybe...
Realization comes a profound responsibility and obligation to your audience, and I think to the broader community to try to use that for some kind of social good, if you can. And so that was the transition moment for us. It came a long time ago, but that sort of reoriented the way that we think about online video.
It encourages people to give much more. So that's kind of what we focus on each time we find a cause, or the slightly different way we've done it. So for those of you who don't know, we drove across India for 3 weeks in rickshaws with 8 of our friends to raise money for the Teenage Cancer Trust in the UK. And we did it very differently in the sense that we've never showed a Teenage Cancer Award, and we never made it too soppy or sad. We just focused on the fun journey of trying to get across the country. And while we do that, we encourage people to donate through a website called Correy, which is highly used, which meant you could get rewarded every time you donated. So we send you a poster or a t-shirt depending on how much you gave. And that really encouraged people because they follow our journey, and it kind of gave it that fun aspect and focused on too many of the negative points.
Yeah, I suppose just off the back of that, the responsibility we sort of see for ourselves. I mean, everyone here is a storyteller of some degree, and I guess we see it as our responsibility to try and tell charity stories in an interesting, engaging way. And it's incredible how much that can help. As we say, you don't have to give money, you don't have to have lots of money to give. You can just tell someone's story, and if you're looking for a charity support, look around you. You know, often if you're like, oh, who should I support? You might go online and you're probably looking too far. Just turn around you, and you'll find someone that needs help and someone who you can help as well by simply telling that story.
I'm from. I love this community. I love playing in this field. I love everything about it. But to kind of inform more people about what Harto as a brand, as a concept stands for, and kind of just expand and grow, because we're all Americans, we want to grow. We're not all American, but whatever. Yeah, so I guess just kind of for me, it's traditional entertainment. So it's like if I was two things, it's like there's a person that is running Harto Inc. who wants to be like this.
There is hope in every situation, and if people hide in the internet and want to shut that down, I think that's just our challenge of well, we're going to figure out a way to make that happen. I think the other piece of it too is you might not be able to ever change the mind of someone who's negative, so just focus on the people that might just not have that information and not be aware. I think some of the traveling and the work that you've pointed out and what you've seen, that is, for some people who might never travel or see that in person, you're making a huge difference in helping them understand a complicated and complex world.
So that's what I was about to add. We are so constantly bombarded by campaigns about certain causes, and we're told stats, we're overloaded with it. But actually, it's rare that we can go in and actually see the tangible organizations and the difference they're making, and by giving it that personal story, we often go out and we really don't know what we're in for, but just by being very honest in front of the camera about how you feel about it and what you're experiencing often really brings people along on that journey.
Yeah, largely I think there's just a lot of ignorance in the world, and we see it as our job just to help get rid of that a little bit. A quick example, we were in the cab on the way back from the airport. We were in the cab on the way back from the airport the other day, coming back from Nairobi, and I said to the cab driver, where have you been? He said, oh, I've been in Africa. I said, have you ever been? He went, nah, I heard there's a lot of flies over there. Wow. Pure, unbelievable ignorance. And so if we can go out and just shine light
at YouTube, and I think it was precisely because he turned outward. It became more community focused. His work became about his audience. And as much as Tyler likes to joke around and pretend that his work is about himself, we all know that it isn't. And that's why it's funny. Otherwise, it would be annoying. True. And so I really believe that the future is that people like Jack and Finn and Tyler and Hannah and Josh and myself, you get an audience, and then you're like, oh, we should do something. Because otherwise, it's going to be depraved and meaningless and not that fun for any of us. And so I am very optimistic about the future of it, because I think as good people get audiences, you will see more and more people turning outward, because that's ultimately what makes YouTube good.
What's exciting is that we're still in the early days of online video, and so just by opening up a conversation now, just by everyone in this room sitting here and you guys talking about responsibility and power on online video, is setting a standard for the future. Yeah, that's amazing. That excites me.
And then as far as like audience goes, I feel like